So I've just stopped so I can do a bit of a recap of Belgrade. Got there day a week on Monday today. Got there Saturday evening-ish. Saw a few sites, which is pretty cool. Got some cool pictures. Then I got to the hostel, locked the bike, went upstairs to the hostel, checked in, but then on the security cameras it was showing that the police were standing outside, and so the owner was like, oh, like, what's this about? Went downstairs, and then she came back up and was like, oh, Harry, like, you need to come with me. I was like, oh, okay. Went downstairs, police were there. Policeman was like just asking, is this my bike? And then went through a few things. I began to explain the what's it called? It's called like the Bullet or something. It's a puncture repair kit. Can't remember what they're called now. Anyway, I sort of went into detail about it. I don't think he really cared, to be honest. And then they sort of lingered about for a bit, and then left eventually. But what had happened was that the hostel sent down one of their guys to look after the bike whilst I was checking in. The guy stopped two other blokes from nicking the bike, but then the police thought he was in on the act, so I felt a bit bad for him. So there's a bit of a mix-up, a bit all good in the end. But it was just like how it was so quick, how I sort of literally locked the bike, went upstairs, and then all of a sudden people were trying to nick it. So I think that's a warning to be careful when going into cities from now on in. The Belgrade was good, I liked it. And then I've now left this morning. It was funny when I checked out, the lady was like, I said to her, oh, I need to get my bike from the basement. And she just handed me the key and was just like, yeah, no, I'm not going down there. I don't do basements, especially Serbian basements. I was like, okay. Funny. But yeah, now out of Belgrade, headed towards Novi Sad, and then continue north towards Hungary. Stick to that plan. Just going through that afternoon lull again, I think. Been through Novi Sad, and I'm now on my way toward Subotica, which is pretty much on the border of Hungary. I was thinking the other day, I'm just getting a bit, it sounds bad, but I'm just a bit bored. I mean, I'm supposed to do the same thing every day for however many days it's been. It's I suppose it's to be expected at some point, but it sounds bad because it sounds like I'm in a boring place, which I'm not. I think Serbia is a beautiful country. And it wasn't what I was expecting, actually. I didn't really know what to expect. A lot of these countries now, this Eastern Bloc, I really don't know what it's like, because all I know is the it's only football related or sport related, really. I'm glad I've taken the route that I've done. So I think it's quite popular to do like Greece, and then like places like Croatia and Bosnia and North Macedonia, places like that. because everyone on bloody Instagram is cycling the world. So I'm glad I've done the route that I've done. I've seen quite a few cyclists now. All are pretty much going the other way. Yeah, I think I've been toying with the idea of, you know, changing the route that I've planned in my head. But I think the plan that I've got is enough. And I think by the time I sort of get closer to home, I'll be ready to finish, I think. Because I've definitely enjoyed Europe more. It's easier, I think. I don't know what it is. I think it's just less harsh, the environment, I think, maybe. That's probably the best way I could describe it. Because the China and the stands I went through, yeah, it's just very gritty. Both the landscape, the people, the culture, the way of life, yeah, it was all very gritty. Whereas here it's, you know, I'm seeing, you know, McDonald's and Lidl everywhere. Pretty much. So yeah, I'd say this part I'm enjoying it more, but there's less of that sort of that challenge, I guess. The trip has been everything that I've wanted it to be so far. I couldn't have asked for more. So upon reflection of what I've done so far, yeah, it's been incredible. But I say I'm ready to go home. Yeah, like I said, a few afternoons these past couple of days I've been a bit, okay, let's just get on with it sort of thing. But yeah, stick to the plan. I think appreciate what I've done so far and how far I've come, and just try and keep spirits high, and yeah, just keep making my way. So I'm now in Hungary, which is cool. Yeah, easy enough to get to the border this morning. The board guard got a bit weird on the Serbian side when I was leaving. He was a bit sort of, where have you been? Where do you live? And I was a bit like, okay. I mean, you go along with it, obviously, but yeah, and then he stepped out the room for a second, and I don't know, he probably asked his supervisor something. Yeah, a bit weird, but all good. It's not actually that far to Budapest. It's about 150k as the crow flies. I'm just taking a look at the map. The Danube is to the west of me, and I actually think I might join like the cycle path, one of the Eurovelo ones, later on, and that might just take me straight to Budapest. I've decided that I'm not really a fan of doing these videos, especially when there are people around. I just find it really cringe. That's why that last video kind of came to sort of an abrupt stop, because the people working at the petrol station came to sit down. I was just like, ugh. If ever there's a point where the video cuts short, then you'll probably know why. It's probably because someone's turned up and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I don't want to talk to the camera anymore. It's the cycle path I'm on at the moment. It's a bit better than what I've done what I've done before. Sort of feeling like bloody Mad Max on the Fury Road. Yeah, it's a nice stretch cycle path. I'm pretty sure this goes, I want to say all the way to Budapest, or it'll get me close to the Danube, and then I don't know what the Danube cycle path is like, but I'm guessing it'll be similar. So yeah, it's good riding. You don't have to worry about getting smashed in the back by a lorry or something like that. And to be fair, actually, Hungarian drivers seem quite tolerant of cyclists. Everyone that's overtaken so far has given me quite a lot of room. So yeah, a good start to Hungary. Another thing that I keep having to figure out each time I enter a new country is which water is fizzy and which is not fizzy. Usually find out through trial and error, but I now have figured out that in Hungary it's the ones with the pink tops, I think. That's 2 brands now that have pink tops, and both have been still. I learned that the hard way because the first 2 bottles, 2 different brands, but they were blue and they were sparkling, which is not what I want. So yeah, fun. So I've made it to Budapest, currently sat just along the Danube, and I've seen a few things now. Went to go see the Parliament building and whatnot, and I can see why it's pretty popular with tourists. It's pretty stunning. And I've just come across the shoes on the Danube, and it kind of just made me think of what those people went through in those final moments. To think that they were going to be killed simply because of what they believed in, and because someone else disagrees with it. There have been moments on this trip where my faith in humanity has been restored, but you see memorials like that and it kind of destroys it again. I've just stopped for a quick snack, and a bloke comes up to me and sort of asks me about my journey and stuff, and he then very kindly offered to, wash my clothes and let me take a shower at his place. But I've literally just left Budapest, so I've kindly declined. It was a nice offer, but yeah, it's literally the start of the day, so it'd be, I don't know, a bit counterproductive to wash my clothes when I've literally just started again. But yeah, I'm now on my way to Bratislava. Left Budapest this morning. So I've just joined the bike path that will head to Comorom, which is where I'll like to cross into Slovakia. And it's not that far away as well. The sign says it's about 35k, which is good, but it kind of looks like it might rain, so not good. But we just keep going. So I got to that crossing, but there's no like border control, so I don't really understand if I'm pretty sure I could still go through it, but because I got an entry stamp into Hungary, surely I need an exit one. To be honest, I really don't understand it all. All of it just goes over my head. So I'm just gonna keep going on the Hungarian side of Danube, and then there's one which border crossing right outside Bratislava, so I'll just use that one. Because I don't know. I don't know if I could go in through that way, and because you're not checked. So if when I then go to leave Slovakia, they could be like, well, like when did you enter, and stuff like that. So I think I'll just save the hassle, play it safe, and just get to this other one, which is no problem at all. Well, firstly, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hear any of this when I watch it back, because there's just been a massive headwind. It's been a pain in the arse. Secondly, I don't know if we're going to be able to see anything, because I think the camera is a bit fogged up, just due to it was raining. So yeah, the lens might be a bit screwed up. Thirdly, I was going to comment about the cycle paths here in Europe, and I've had a bit of a mixed reception so far. Some have been good, like this, and then they just seem to like peter out